Last episode, we struggled with a difficult start to life in Season 4, and with big games coming up, can we turn things around? Hey, welcome back. Respect to Jeff here for Season 4, Episode 3 in this West Ham series. Guys, it has not been the dream start to our Season 4 here. We sit in 21st place right now, 6 games played, only 5 points. And I did not think we'd be sitting at this part of the table come the first few games of the season. We have a really strong squad on paper, but like I said at the end of last episode, it is a very, very tough championship league this time around. There's a lot of big teams here. And really, on paper, even with the reinforcements we've made, we're not one of the best teams in the division, but we still have to be pushing for promotion here. Unfortunately, we're in a little bit of a tough situation for this game. Tompkins out on a red, as well as Cullen and Callens both out on international duty, so it's leaving us very, very short on numbers. To be honest, we can't even fill the bench. We might need 2 goalkeepers, so I'm just going to go ahead and dive into the youth academy. We'll promote someone just to fill bodies on the bench. I'm not sure exactly who we could use. If we stick with 4 at the back, we could go ahead with Carson Gordson, one of our U.S. Signings here, along with his brother Jay, who's still in the academy. So we take him on board. Taking a look here, we're going to go ahead and give him a real in-game face, and I found one for him here. There we go, the new Carson Gordson, 52 overall. Looks like he actually has a trait associated with him. Not outstanding work rates. Pretty decent physically, could definitely use some work technically. Nothing too special overall, but we'll see how he pans out. He is a solid player, so hopefully he can at least avoid injury. Only 17 years of age, though. We'll start training him a bit just to get him sort of up to speed with the team, maybe loan him out. But for now, he does make an appearance on the bench here. Like I said, just to fill out some numbers. If we happen to be a couple goals up or something, maybe I'll give him his debut, but we'll see how this goes. He could become a pretty good player. I mean, he's got the basis for it. 6 feet tall, so we could fill in at center back if we go back to 3 at the back. But now we got to focus on getting a win, and it's Stoke next. All right, here we go, back into action. Can we get a win? It's been a really, really rough stretch of games for us. We just can't seem to find consistency, especially in the league. Nemecha getting started early, though, looking for Hugill in the box, who continues to bulldoze his way through the defense. Just can't get the shot off. And I feel like we're playing pretty well as a team. I mean, it hasn't been like we're performing terribly or anything. Mikel Antonio doing really well at right back, actually. We signed him as a winger. He could even play as a striker. But with the 4 at the back formation we have, without any senior fullbacks in the team, he is doing a fantastic job. Game getting really heated, though. Nemecha goes to the ground this time. Stoke City not messing around. Ball over the top again. Looking on the left-hand side here. Antonio trying to close down. Can't do so. Header coming in at goal. Over the head of Button and over the post as well. Still neither team able to score yet. Nemecha, nice piece of skill here, and he continues his run into the box. Still going, Lucas Nemecha. Oh, tries to chip the keeper. How about that? Off the crossbar and not far off at all. It's rolled out of the back here. A little risky on that play, but Bennett using his surprising pace to get forwards here, and he picks out Nemecha on the counter-attack now. 33 minutes in. Can we find the goal? Lucas Nemecha cutting inside, and it's wide of the post. His finishing just gone missing at a crucial moment there. Laid off again. Cabrera this time through for Nemecha. Can't find him. But a terrible pass finds Hugill back in the box. Nemecha continues his run. It is not the prettiest goal you'll see, but it is a goal nonetheless. 1-0. And it's really just a mistake by the opposition defense, if I'm being honest. Good pass to pick him out from Hugill there. And actually a pretty good finish by Nemecha to slip it under the goalkeeper as well. But regardless, we do have the lead, and it's important that we hang on now. And a terrible, terrible call, in my opinion, given away there. Cabrera going in with a light challenge. Looked like he won the ball back, more or less. Maybe not after seeing the replay, but penalty coming in now, and Button steps up to save it, keeping us in this game just before halftime. And his insane form continues. What a great goalkeeper. The game continuing to be heated here. Challenges flying in from both sides all the way into the second half. Antonio being dragged down. With his strength, you won't see that too often. Shot from distance from Hugill. Opposition goalkeeper stays on his feet. I think it's still Jack Butland in goal for them. So it'll be tough to sneak any past him. Ashish, though, blasts it into the back of the net. Clever play off the corner to lay it off short. And it's the Loney coming in to make an impact. A great finish. He's a really good technical player, good on the ball, good finisher, and hopefully we can see more of that from him this season. And we double our lead here, 2-0. Lucas Nemecha taking his man on one-on-one. and dancing into the box. What can he do here? Still going. Fantastic stuff to the back post, looking for Haaland. Can't pick him out with that one, though. Substitution time now, and it's the debut match for Carson Gordson, the young American left back, 52 overall, 17 years of age. Some decent potential. Obviously, with dynamic potential, he could grow more, but we'll have to see some of him first. Nemecha cutting in from outside again. Fantastic save from Butland to keep that one out. And Nemecha still desperately searching for a goal. He wants to push for the golden boot again this season. Now we're going to try to make it happen between him and Hugo. We want one of them to win it. Obviously 40 goals between the two of them is one of our goals this season. Nemecha doing well to win the ball back and set a play off here. It's Archie Hall, the substitute, trying to get his head up and pick out a pass, and he does find Nemecha. Pushed off of it, though, by the Stoke defender. I think we win a free kick, though. And it's played short from Haksabanovic, looking for Nemecha, trying something clever there. Didn't quite come off, though. It was pretty straight at the goalkeeper. And again, Nemecha really pushing hard for a goal here. Shrugging off the defender like he's not even there. Keeps going, and Lucas Nemecha finally finds his goal. 3-0 West Ham. We are on fire here, and Lucas Nemecha, he was trying so hard to get a goal all game long, and a well-deserved one. Fantastic solo run from him. Shrugged off the defender with fantastic strength, and then used his skill and finishing to get in behind. What a fantastic player. Carson Gordson closing down here at the end of the match, and it's 3-0. A huge victory against a pretty good side as well. In Stoke City, we finally get our win, and hopefully we can sustain this run of form and march towards the top of the table. All right, well, in between games here, it came to my attention. Every new signing we have seems to grab the number 6, which is retired, so we give him 29. But with that, we get back into action against Preston. Same starting 11 as usual, 4 at the back. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. Colin back in the lineup. Some players back from international duty. Callan's back in the back line as well. We're not quite as short on numbers this time around, so Gordson is back in the reserves for the time being. We'll see if we can loan him out coming up. Some chance coming in from Preston at the beginning of the match. Button makes the save. Easy enough. Mark Noble getting forward. Surprisingly picks out Haaland, who cuts it back, stops on a dime, and lays it off for Mark Noble. Chips it up for a fantastic overhead kick from none other than Josh Cullen. You don't see that too often from him, but he does chip in with his fair share of goals. Really acrobatic stuff over the head. And I feel like you can tell the team is just starting to feel confident out there. We're starting to get some good plays going forwards, and finally our finishing is starting to settle. Haksabanovic does really well to win that ball back. Can't quite clear it, though. Mugged off, and an outstanding save from David Button in goal. He had no right to get a foot to that one. I think this season would be a much different story without him in goal. Things could be a lot worse. Haaland lays it off for Hugo off the post. How unlucky is that? Well, between him and Nemecha, they could have scored even more, he and Hugo. Great footwork there from Haaland. Still going, Haaland. One back by the defender, though. Trying to take him on 2-on-1 there. But good footwork from him as always. Hugo lays it off, give and go there with Mark Noble. Into the box, Hugo still going, shot pulled off, and he's brought down after the fact. Red card for the defender. These refs are not messing around this season. Chance from the penalty spot now for Mark Noble, and he converts 2-0, and we look to be on our way to yet another victory. Won't get ahead of ourselves too much here, but it's the captain leading the charge. He's had an outstanding game so far. Thought for a little while that maybe Cabrera would start to take his position this season, but not with the kind of performances he's putting in. He does some great work defensively for us, Mark Noble, even at 35 years of age. Preston messing around in the back there, and we almost capitalize off some mistakes. Nemecha getting in behind again. Really good stuff, taking a big touch around the defender. One-on-one chance with the keeper, again saved, and a powerful header coming in. Preston defending for their lives there to deny us a third. Hugo lays it off. Haksabanovic this time in the box. Surely he finishes, and it's wide of the post. Well, we're playing much better, but our finishing has to be better. That's 3 or 4 chances we could have converted. We could be absolutely smashing them in this match if it wasn't for a lot of these key misses. Garmston getting forwards, enjoying life at left back, and finally Nemecha. You can't miss from there. It's a header right in front of goal. And Garmston doing really well, loving life out on the wing, able to use his speed. He's also great at center back, but we get a little more out of him on the attack coming forwards. 3 subs coming on. We're trying to get our youth minutes here when we have big leads in these games because we need to win. But I'm not just going to give up on our academy either. We got a lot of good players coming through, especially like that. Ed Green dancing into the box, and another really harsh call. If I'm being honest, that did not look like a penalty either. Lucas Nemecha steps up to take it and finishes with the captain having been subbed off earlier in the match. 4-0, and our club top goal scorer so far, gets another for himself. Antonio, really well done to hold that ball off. Counter-attacking chance now from the corner. From Preston, we march down the field now. Mikel Antonio, can he pick out a pass? What do we have shaping up here? Cutting it back, blocked. But it's back to the top of the box, and Nemecha finishes. Header from distance, how about that? Well, Nemecha grabs 2 goals, and he continues his amazing start to this season. It took him no time to adapt to this team. I guess he proved he could do it in the championship last season, so I shouldn't be too surprised. But how about that for a header right in the bottom corner? He might as well have been with his foot with the kind of accuracy he got on it. So 5-0, we run riot out here, and hopefully this is the turning point for us. You can't get a performance much better than that, and Lucas Nemecha is absolutely on fire. Alright, well, I'm going to start some training here. Carson Gordson definitely needs it the most. 52 overall, he is by far the worst player in our team right now. And if we want him to have any kind of role, he needs to improve. So we give him 3 training slots. Archie Hall keeps 1, and I'm also keeping 1 for Noble just to make sure he doesn't decrease too much. We need him on our march back to the Premier League. Taking a look at the side now, 12 goals and 13 appearances from Lucas Nemecha. He has been fantastic. An amazing signing, even though it wasn't one that we sanctioned necessarily. And we play up next against Barnsley. All right, here we go, back into action again. Can we make it a 3rd consecutive win? It's been 2 very definitive wins for us in the last 2 matches, and hopefully we can keep that up. Lucas Nemecha lays it off for Luke Garmston, loving life at left back, curls one in, puts it on a plate for Hugill, and he makes a mess of the finish. You gotta do better than that. Garmston getting forwards again, finding himself in a lot of room with his speed here, settles it, and again sets up Nemecha this time, who also misses. Well, I don't know what more Garmston can do putting crosses in like that. Probably should have been 2 goals for us, and a 3rd header down, this time off the corner. Still unable to convert, scoreline still level. Tompkins doing well to win the ball back there, and Cullen breaking on the counterattack now. Holland lays it off, early ball through for Nemecha using his pace one-on-one with the keeper, and he finishes this time 1-0. Finally, we get a deserved goal here. Lucas Nemecha capitalizing off a mistake there. The counter-attack coming in after an attack from the opposition was headed in our direction. Barnsley not giving up though. Shot from distance, rocket into the top corner. Absolutely nothing our defense can do against that. We had 2 men closing down, Button diving after it as well. And just nothing anyone could do about that. That is an absolutely perfect shot. Well, I guess that's going to happen from time to time here. We just got to get our heads back in the game. Haksabanovic, clever run over the top, takes a touchdown, and he finishes! Outstanding stuff. Well, I guess our finishing getting better there. Haksabanovic chipping in with another goal. He's having a great season so far. Took the touch away from the defender and slotted it home. Great stuff again from our center mid. Garmston lays it off for Cullen. Haksabanovic flick through for Cullen again, and he curls it into the far post. 3-1. We are absolutely on fire this season. Great stuff from the team, and we look to be on our way to another win in our beautiful 3rd kits. They're my favorite that I've created so far. Holland looking through for Hugill. Again has a shot at goal. Blocked by the keeper. Hugill getting a little unlucky here. I feel like he's deserved a few more goals than he's been able to chip in with this season, but they'll eventually fall from him, I guess. Point blank shot from Nemecha coming in. Can't quite finish that one off. Noble lays it off. Haksabanovic. Nemecha again beats his man. Cutting inside. Lucas Nemecha, another shot blocked, and a 3rd shot right at the keeper. He is hungry for goals, that's clear. Nathan Holland on the wing. Laying it off. Cullen. Again. Oh, easy as you like for Hugill in front of goal. 4-1. He finally gets his goal. Couldn't be any easier than that. A simple tap in at the near post. But right place, right time, I guess. And the whole team is playing so well, it makes it easy for everyone, including our strikers. The play started from Holland on the wing. Great run in behind from Cullen. And we're just getting movement from all over the pitch. This is the best that I've seen our attack in the entirety of this career. All right, so with a good lead there, we have Archie Hall coming on as a substitute here. And again, we're going to continue to give our youth players minutes when we can afford it here with a 3-goal lead. I think that's fair. 15 minutes left in the match. Barnsley trying their best to get a shot in here. Fantastic stuff from our center back again and dragged down there. We're doing really well defensively as well. Obviously, we conceded that shot, but not too much we can do against that. Nemecha wins the ball back in a dangerous area here. Laid off from Noble. Oh, this is just too easy. Lance Alexander, the substitute, comes on and finally gets a goal of his own. Well, it was all shaped up by Nemecha, who won the ball back. Hugill really unselfish to lay it off there. And again, just great team play from everyone involved. And our youth striker gets another goal. Hopefully this will continue to be a good season for him, even if he doesn't get as many minutes as he's used to. And we're closing down here, 92 minutes gone. Hopefully this is the end of the match. Callens passes it out of the back, and it is 5-1. We are scoring goals for fun. It's insane. And it's been a proper return to form for this team. Look at that, 13 shots to their 3. Not the most possession, but a great performance. All right, guys. Well, a break in action coming up next is the Carabao Cup against Portsmouth. And let's take another quick look at the squad screen here. I know we just did see it. But in terms of appearances, Hugill tops the list. Obviously, Nemecha scoring in that last match as well, 13 in 14. The next best is only 3 from Hugill, so Nemecha, we're very dependent on him for the time being. But I do think Hugill's going to turn things around soon. Only 3 goals, but that just doesn't reflect how he's been playing. He still looked really good out there. In terms of assists, though, Hugill is leading our list right now, 7 assists. It seems like when we play 2 up top, one of our strikers is always going to be feeding the other one, so maybe a different role for him this season. And after those wins, we sit in 8th place, still very early in the season, so things swing a ton. So from relegation contenders to promotion contenders in the span of a handful of matches there, we have completely flipped the script on this. Our goal differential's up to 9 now. I think it was like -5 or something at the start of this episode. We are blasting teams away with our offense, and I did not think we were going to find form that fast, but hopefully it lasts. So we'll see how things pan out in the Carabao Cup coming up, break against Portsmouth next, and next episode we will continue to march on with the season. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you've been enjoying this content, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel out a ton. You just gotta click the button and I'll be able to continue rolling out new videos. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.